Hello and welcome back to Let's Play GPL. We're at the Prince George Circuit in East London for the South African Grand Prix and the official start of the 1965 Formula One season. This will be the first point-scoring race of the season, so the first time that we'll see all of the major players on the track, like Jim Clark, John Surtees, Dan Gurney, and Jack Brabham, amongst others. And of course, I'll be joining Graham Hill and Jackie Stewart again in the BRM, but this time this will be the only point-scoring race where I'll be driving in the BRM. Like I said in the last episode, I'll be driving for Honda in the RA272 once Honda has their car ready at the Monaco Grand Prix in a few months' time. Now, as I said, we're at the East London circuit in South Africa for this race. I've got some highlights from the circuit playing right now. I really enjoy this track. It's not my favorite, but it's a fun track. There's lots of braking zones where you can outbrake an opponent and make passes, so it's a good track. And for those that aren't as familiar with Grand Prix Legends, East London is one of the many add-on tracks that can be found online, all of which are free, which is really awesome. And you can find this track as well as a bunch more on the GPL Alternative Track Database. Just Google GPL Track Database and you can find the site online. Also, I've got the Jack Seller graphics updates to this track installed, and I think they look really nice. The stock track isn't all that bad, and I've certainly seen worse from some of the other add-on tracks, but this update gives it a bit of polish and finish that the regular track is just missing a bit. And you can find the Jack Seller updates through the Sim Racing Mirror Zone. I also have the historically correct car set for this race. I mentioned in the last episode that I had to create the car set myself and that there were a few inaccuracies in the cars, like the fact that Jackie Stewart was driving a BRM, and in the actual 1964 Ron Grand Prix he would have driven a Lotus Climax. But Irridux, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but Irridux on the Sim Racing Mirror Zone has created a historically accurate car set for the 1965 season, including all of the World Championship races and most of the non-championship races as well. This means that the drivers from the real life race are going to be in this race, and they'll be in the correct cars with the correct numbers and colors and so on. So hopefully this race will sort of mirror the real life race, which incidentally was won by Jim Clark from the pole position ahead of John Surtees and Graham Hill. So let's take a look at the grid for the race today. It's a 13-lap race, and just the one race this time instead of the two races like we had with the last event. Jim Clark starts on pole with a 126.05, ahead of John Surtees with a 126.22, and Mike Spence in the other Lotus at a 126.82. And I'm going to be starting in 6th on a 127.14, so top 6 starting position, that's a good place to be, and this is actually an accurate grid this time, so the front row is 3 cars, and the second row 2 cars, and so on. So I'm hoping to finish, in the top 6, because that would be obviously the point scoring positions, and it'd be a really good way to start out my Formula One season and to start out for my Formula One career, really. So, but we'll see what happens, and let's get started with the race. Alright, so here we are on the grid for the South African Grand Prix. And the gear flag is up. And we're off. To get back on the clutch second time because the engine was stalling out. I made a good start. I think I made up a few positions. Gaining on Surtees here. And I think I'm up to 3rd already. Fantastic. Looks like Mike Spence got the better of Jim Clark as well in this first braking point. Clark left the door open and I squeezed through. I think I'm by him, but I don't know if I can hold him off. Sounds like he's powering by me. Oh my goodness. That was hairy. Still sounds like he's next to me. I can't tell where he is. I think he just hit me, actually. Up to 2nd already. Well, that is much better than I expected to do. Oh, Clark is all over me, though. I don't think I'll be able to hold him off for very long. Yeah, he's already looking inside. Missed a shift in the middle of all that. Wow, second place after the first lap. Can't believe it. I'm surprised I'm not seeing Clark blowing past me. The BRM, at least my BRM, seems to be a little bit down on power for the straightaways. I don't seem to have quite as much speed as some of these other guys do. Boy, Clark is all over me this time. I'm going to protect the inside line. It would appear I'm holding him off, though. At least for now. Long way to go, though. This tricky, that entrance to this corner is really tricky. The back end always wants to step out as you're starting to turn in because you're still on the brakes a bit. Hey, I'm catching Spence here at this point. I still got Clark all over the backside of my car. Missed a shift again. Boy, Clark is weaving all over the place. Oh, I think he got on the grass. Yes, he did. Surtees got by him. That's good news for me. I don't think that Surtees will be quite as difficult to hold off as Clark. I don't think I did anything wrong there. I pulled over, held the inside line right away. Boy, how great would it be if I could catch Spence and get a win on my very first points race. I gotta actually make it there, though. Breaking into that corner, and back end got really loose. This is the corner that gives me so much trouble, though, right here. I have so much trouble entering the S's. Did okay that time, but I was really braking very early that time as well. Whoa, right up onto the Lotus. He backed off in the middle of the corner there, and I got into the back of him, I think. Sure looked like I did. Didn't feel like it, though. You usually feel that through the wheel. Surtees is looking inside. I'll leave the lane open this time. I don't want to cause any more trouble. I seem to be missing my shifts when I go to shift down into fourth gear. Surtees got a run on me this time. I don't know if I can hold him off this time. Oh, managed to get away with it and still back there. He's very, very close. Oh, now he's looking inside. I started braking a bit too early that time. I'm able to power off the corner really well. Jim Clark looks like he's all over the back of Surtees. Surtees looking inside again. Had to go wide through the kink in order to make sure that I wasn't going to hit Surtees, and made it really tricky to enter the S's. Boy, I'm really struggling here to keep these guys behind, but all the same, keeping up with Spence. And I've got a run on him here. Missed fourth gear again. Trying to really be careful entering these corners. I really don't want to outbrake myself and run into Spence and ruin the whole race. I can't believe I'm in second. Oh, I went really wide that time. Thankfully, Surtees wasn't close enough to make a move. He's got a draft on me, though. Move over to the inside, protect the inside line from Surtees. Boy, this is such a tight race. Us top four just nose to tail. All over Spence now. See if I can power by him here. Not gonna happen. Back out of it and let him have the spot. Boy, I went in a lot deeper into that corner than I wanted to. Usually I don't brake for that corner, I just kind of ease off the throttle a bit, but I had to get hard on the brakes to avoid hitting Spence there. That time I missed third gear. For some reason, this last corner, I keep missing gears as I downshift. As long as I don't miss second, I'll be okay. Second is the gear that I need to roll through the corner in. If I miss that gear, I'm in big trouble. I just don't even know what to say at this point. Oh, I'm getting a good run on Spence now. Don't know that I have room though. See if I can get him in this braking point. Oh, I had to really feather the gas through the corner because I was afraid I was going to slide out into him. I don't know if I've got him or not. I think he was there. Missed fourth gear again. I don't know what it is about fourth that I keep missing it. I probably could have held the position there, but I knew he was outside. And I didn't want to ruin what I've worked so hard for already. Looks like Clark got by Surtees. I think one of the other cars got by Surtees too. I can't tell who it is though. Check the pit board this time, see how many laps are left. I've got a good run on Spence right there in his slipstream. 7 laps left. And here you can actually see I'm in his slipstream and he's still pulling away. You can just see how much more top end, how much more straightaway speed some of these other guys have. Oh, got a good run on him again. I'm not going to try it there. That's too dangerous going into this kink. Oh, I missed second. That's what I was talking about. Oh, I didn't want to do that. You lose so much time, so much speed trying to recover from that, trying to get the car slowed down properly when you're not in the gear that you want to enter the corner in. The car just does not behave the way you'd like it to. Oh, really overshot that corner bad. Clark, looks like Clark's going to get by me. Darn. That stinks. Go from challenging for the lead to dropping back to third. I'm behind Clark of all people too. Got a good exit that time though. Hopefully I can catch back up to these guys. I think if Clark gets past Spence, it's over. He's going to win. Still, I would definitely take a third place. A podium in my very first Formula One race would be really awesome. Yep, there goes Clark looking inside it. Doesn't look like he can get it done though. That might leave the door open for me as long as I don't spin out. Yeah, Clark knows better than to go side by side through that kink too. I caught back up to him. Spence is holding up Clark big time. This has been a very busy race. I have not had a Grand Prix Legends race this busy in a long time. Clark looking inside of Spence again. Thinks the better of it. Oh, and he went wide. Oh, cuts me off before I can duck inside him. Five laps left. Can I get back to these guys? Whoa, that was a much longer slide than I would have wanted there. I'm taking these corners, I'm going in a little bit, entering them a little too deep. Clark got tripped up there. Can I get back past him? Oh, just squeezed by him, exiting the corner, up to second again. What a race this has been. Oh no, no, no! Round I go. Darn it. Threw it away. Threw away a podium. Unbelievable. I'm so mad at myself now. Can't believe I did that. This race had gone so well. Oh, and I missed a shift and blew up. Yeah, you can see the smoke in the mirrors. Unbelievable. Go from battling for the lead to a DNF. What a race, but not going to get anything out of it. I just went past my pit stall too. So, we'll see what happens. Just accelerate through the rest of this race. No need to watch the rest of it. Mike Spence gets the win. He beats Jim Clark. Graham Hill, my teammate, gets third ahead of John Surtees, and blew a header on that shift. I kept missing fourth gear, and it eventually caught up to me. Dang. Well, Mike Spence will get the full 9 points for the race, and I can't help but wonder if I could have won. You know, if I had been willing to go through the kink side by side with him, but I really don't think it would have ended well. I think that was just a recipe for disaster. From here, we move on to the Cape Southeaster Trophy at the Killarney Circuit, which is also in South Africa. It's a non-championship race, so no points at stake. Hopefully things will go better for me there. But I just can't get over this race. It's so disappointing to go from a podium and possibly a win in my very first Grand Prix to a DNF. And it's my own fault. You know, I kept missing fourth gear and grinding it up. Then the spin obviously didn't help any. But then that last shift, missing fourth gear again, ironically while I was upshifting. But the car had just taken too much abuse at that point. But better luck next time, I suppose. In the meantime, subscribe, like the video, leave comments. Let me know what you think. Tell me how much I suck at shifting. Obviously, I'm going to have to work on that a bit more. But anyways, I'll see you at Killarney for the Cape Southeaster Trophy.